All right. Nobody came on yet. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. This is Hoop Scoop, straight from the soul with Nisha Wright. And I have three very, very special guests with me today. These are some local hometown celebrities, hoop stars. I have Miss Jasmine Robinson, Miss Alana Davis, and Miss Deja Benjamin. And so just to give you guys a little bit about these three young ladies, we'll start out with Jasmine first. Jasmine is a rising senior at Troy University. She's a Richmond Academy graduate. She scored over 2,000 points in high school. She had a career high of 50 points against Hepzibah. She was All Region 4 years, All State her senior year, Augusta Chronicle Player of the Year her senior year, and All Area all 4 years. In college, she's earned third team All Peach Belt and scored a game high or career high 25 points against Duke. She'll be majoring in communications with a minor in sports management. So welcome, Jasmine. Next, we have Miss Alana Davis, who is a rising senior at the University of Memphis. She's a former Cross Creek High School alum, former Georgia first team All-State, and she has won 6 times ACC Weekly All Honor Roll, ranked number 5 for most offensive rebounds per game, 2-time ACC All Academic Team, academic team, and has been named to the Tiger Club 4 times since her arrival to college, maintaining a 3.0 or higher. She'll be majoring in exercise, sports, and movement sciences. Welcome, Miss Alana. And coming up from the rear, we have the baby, Miss Deja Benjamin, who is a rising junior at the University of Alabama. She went to my alma mater, Lucy C. Laney High School, was a former high school player of the year for the state of Georgia, and Augusta Chronicle Player of the Year. She is a 3-time state champion, 4-time All-State and All-Region honoree, has recorded 2 double-doubles in the SEC, and was named co-freshman of the week in 2018. She's majoring in criminal justice with a minor in anthropology. So, all right, let's get to it. Hey, Coach Sweeper. Hey, Coach Line. So we got about 12 questions that we're gonna ask, and then if you guys have any more, if we have time, we can answer those questions as well. So we'll start off with question 1. Well, let me go back. Let me backtrack. So the purpose of this is to give young ladies and their parents that are watching just some advice for those who are already in college who played in the CSRA. And so just to kind of give you a little bit of how their life is going in college and how was that transition from high school to college, because I know there's some young ladies out there that are listening and are wondering, how is that transition going to be for me? And so we just wanted to have this forum so we can have this open question and answer discussion so we can get feedback to other young ladies. So question number 1 is going to be, my little list going here. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, here we go. How did you go about choosing your current college?
Wait, can you repeat that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
How did you go about choosing your current college?
I guess I'll go first. When I went on my visit, it's just kind of important to get like a feeling for the people that you're gonna be there with. Some of my coaches always told me, like, you shouldn't go there for the coaches. You should go there for the girls you're playing with, because they're going to be the ones you make memories with, you with all the time. You playing with them, build a chemistry. So I feel like just going there, being comfortable, feeling safe, and knowing you can prosper and be better there.
Nice.
Yeah, I would just pretty much piggyback off of what Jazz said, and just like making sure that it's a family environment, because I'm very family oriented. So I think that was one of the biggest things that I was looking at when I was going through the recruiting process. And plus, they have a really good medical program. So yeah.
For me, both of them said mostly what I was going to say. But I have to also say that, like, the team, like, make sure you have a good bond with the team coming in, and how the coaches are. You just got to get a feel for them. see if that is a good fit for you.
All right. The next question is, advice for kids choosing the right college. What things should they focus on and not focus on? So when they're choosing a college, what do you think should be most important that they focus on? And what do you think that they should care least about when they're choosing a college?
I guess I'll go first for that one. I would just say don't worry about what anybody else has to say about where you're going, because at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. So doesn't matter what the so and so is saying, just making sure that this is the right step for you, because you got to be there for 4 years. So
You answer that question, girl.
Man, she answered it for you too.
Yeah, she got it.
my bad.
Y'all are silly. All right, question 3. So what was the biggest struggle or adjustment from high school to college?
I would probably say my biggest transition was being able to be on the schedule, because here I'm with my parents and stuff all the time. So when I'm going off to college, I have to prioritize, make myself a schedule, and make sure I stay on track and do what I'm supposed to do. So that was probably one of the biggest struggles for me.
Yeah, I would probably say the same. Like, you have a lot of freedom when you go to college, and so you have to be responsible for yourself. Nobody's going to be telling you when to do this and when to do that. So you just got to be very responsible.
Okay. Daisy, you got something for that one?
I don't.
All right. I'm gonna mute y'all while I ask the questions, because I think there's a lot of static noise. I think it might be Elena's. Okay. So question 4 is how is conditioning in college been different than the conditioning in high school?
I'm gonna answer that one because that's my biggest struggle. Conditioning is hard. High school, we didn't really run like that or anything. Like, we ran a little bit, but not like that at all. But Alana, you muted, girl.
You're gonna appreciate it as well.
Wait, Lena, start over. You were muted. Start over.
You were muted.
Oh, okay. I was just basically saying that we do run a lot in college, but it's really for the best, because the speed of the game, it changes from high school to college. So they're gonna have you ready for when it's time to play that first preseason game.
Mm-hmm. Especially for Division 1, it's a totally different level from high school.
Yeah, it's different. Especially like if you don't eat right, why you have to do a whole bunch of running and stuff, it makes it way worse.
Mm-hmm.
Daisy, you want to add that other little bit that you had added?
Oh, high school was just high school. We didn't do nothing compared to college. I say that. So prepare yourself for running on the track, outside in the hot. Okay, prepare yourself for that. Suicide sprints, everything.
Punishment running?
Yes, punishment running. Woo!
So while we on punishment running, tell us some of the things that you had to do some punishment running for.
Miss layups.
It depends on what we got in trouble for. Like
miss layups, being late to practice.
Yeah.
Grades.
Yeah.
Like, they take all of that serious. Like, you gonna be responsible out there, and they gonna hold you accountable for your mistakes.
Everything that you do.
Oh yeah, that's good there. All right, so question number 5 is, yeah, my number's kind of off over here today. All right, so the next question is, how much of your day is dedicated to the sport while maintaining your academics? Because it's tough being a student athlete. So talk to somebody that's watching, like tell them, how demanding it is. I know some schools have study hall. Talk about if you have study hall hours and how many hours to designate to study hall and different things like that.
I can go first. Well, I have classes in the morning from maybe 8:30 to 11:30, 12, and then I go straight to practice from there to treatment, and that lasts about 3-4 hours, maybe 5. Then we go to study hall from 6 to 9, or however long. It just depends on how your grades are for the study hall hours, but usually it's just like that. That's our day-to-day schedule.
Yeah, mine's kind of similar to that. I have classes in the morning, 8:30 to like 12ish. Then I'll typically have practice around 2 after that, and after that is when we have study hall time because we're required to get 4 hours throughout the whole week. So we got time through Sunday through Thursday to get our study hall. And I mean, a lot of the day is required to basketball and school. Like that's probably all you have time for because you have to study. You have to make sure you get your grades first, and then basketball, like you got to put in work. So
That's good. Lena, what you got? Wait, you muted. Unmute.
When I came in as a freshman, I think we required at least like 10 hours of study hall time. And but now that I'm a junior, I haven't had to do that anymore. But most of my time, like during the school year, I probably have classes from about 8 o'clock to say 12:45 ish, and our practice block would start around 1:30 and probably end about 4:30. But I mean, like it's still a little bit of time left, but most of that time goes to doing the homework, so you really don't have much free time. And then when you do, you most of the time you're probably just going to sleep. So
Gotcha. All right. So the next one is, how do you stay motivated to do classwork when basketball is priority? Because I know, with Division I athletes, you guys are flying here, flying there. Got to get back late, have to get up and go to class. So talk about some of that. Like, how is that like being a Division I athlete and maintaining that schoolwork, traveling on the road and getting back with a little bit of sleep and trying to get back to work? Like, how does that work?
Well, if you don't
I would just say that you won't be able to play your sport if you don't have the grades. Like I don't really know. I just know that I can't pay for school, so that's one of my biggest motivations. Like that full ride, it can be taken away like this, so you gotta stay in them books.
punishment running. There you go, right there. You don't get them grades, you're gonna be running. You're gonna be sitting that bench.
yep.
Jasmine, you got something on that one?
But I would kind of say like for my coaches, like they help us out a lot because like we bring tutors and stuff on the road with us when we go to games and stuff. And then like our coaches as well, like they're all our mentors, so they all make sure come around, check up on us, make sure we got all our work done. So, I mean, it's hard to be motivated, especially when you're tired, but they make it a little easier, take some stress off.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's good to know. That's good to know. So, what is the biggest takeaway from this season? With the season being kind of cut short and pandemic happening, having to come back home. Talk about, some of the takeaways from this past season.
Well, I would just say leave it all on the court because you never know. Like anything can change in the blink of an eye. So leave no regrets. Like have no room for regrets. Just play your game of basketball.
Well, I was already out for the season, so because of my foot, I broke it. My other foot, I broke it again, so I was already out. But my teammates, they were very devastated. They was, especially the seniors, they was real mad about it. They wanted to finish off the season right and just with a win and try to make it to the tournaments and stuff. But they was just really sad about that.
Yeah, my season, it was tough for our seniors as well, especially like we broke a lot of records this season for Troy. Like we outright won the conference this year. That was the first time we ever did that. Going into the tournament, like we all had our hopes up. We were ready to play. Actually, the day we got the call that we were going home, we was getting ready to pack up, go to New Orleans. So it was kind of devastating. It was hurting, but I mean, got to move on, get ready for next year.
Yeah, definitely. Before I go on, I'm going to answer one of the questions that's in the comments. This question is from Keshana Brown. She is a rising senior at TW Josie. And her question is, let me read it before I read it out loud. So basically she's saying, there's a lot of talent in Augusta that don't get the Division I offers that's deserved. She said that you guys are goats, so that is a compliment that y'all are goats. And she said that basically what separated y'all from the rest, like what allowed you to get Division I offers, like what opportunities were presented for you guys, whether it's playing AAU, whatever. What helped you get those Division I offers?
For me, AAU, we got a lot of exposure. I know me and Alana, we got a lot of exposure from all our turns we did with Coach Will Avery. So that's where we got most of our exposure from, being on the road and stuff.
Yeah, and that's the same for me. I played with a team called FBC up in Atlanta, and it's a pretty good program, so I got a lot of exposure from that too.
Good deal, good deal. So now that the pandemic has hit, like tell me what's a normal day for you. I know you got online schooling, well, school probably just ended. Like what's a day for you? Because of course you're a student athlete, so of course you got to focus on academics, but you're also an athlete, so you got to prepare for the season. Even though right now there is not a lot of movement, but how are you guys staying in shape? Like what are you doing? I know, Jasmine, we seen you on TikTok. We know what you're doing.
Okay, I go. Well, I can't run yet. My physical therapy hasn't progressed that far yet. But I do go to physical therapy in North Augusta. I was doing that while I was in Alabama also. But as far as schoolwork, I did most of my schoolwork in the morning time because I wasn't finna do it like later on in the day because I would end up forgetting about it. So I would end up having to wake up on my own and to do that.
Yeah, and that's typically how my schedule is too, because typically I will wake up in the morning, I go do homework first, and then I'll probably do a workout, and then after that, relax, chill with my family, and then I'll probably work out again later on. Cause I got my dad, they have like pretty good equipment in here, like for working out and stuff. So I do still lift, and I go run on the treadmill and things like that. So that's not my day.
Lena.
Well, I just finished classes, I think about a week ago, and it was still pretty much the same schedule that I had when if I would be like still in class. Like I still had to show up to my 8 a.m. on Zoom and stuff like that. And then following that, I would go around the neighborhood and just try to do as much as I could. Like it's not like I didn't have really many options, so I made do with what I had. And plus, they sent us like a little workout thing. It had like a little circuit in it, so it got me pretty tired. So
Cool. All right, we got another question that came in on the comments, and this one is from Laura Jarrett, and her question is about the transition from high school to college. And was it difficult as far as more practices, working with new teammates? How was that coming in as a freshman? Basically, you're a freshman, you're underdog. So how was it being this new underdog? Because of course you're coming from programs where you guys were up here, but when you go back, you start college, you're basically starting at the bottom and you gotta work your way all the way back up. So how was that transition for you guys?
I would say it's very difficult, it's stressful, but something that I would recommend is like being able to take constructive criticism. Like you don't know everything. You coming into a new system, so you got to be open ears and hear what other people are saying to help you get into a flow of what's going on.
Also, my teammates, they didn't make it hard for me to like feel for the program. Like it wasn't hard for me to get right into what they were
I guess
doing.
I'll just piggyback off what she said. Oh shoot, is he talking? Is he talking? Because I can't hear her.
She's talking.
I can't hear her. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I forgot what I was saying.
Talking about the transition coming in as a freshman, but they didn't make it hard for you.
Oh yeah, my teammates, they didn't make it hard for me. My coaches, they didn't make it hard, but they did push us very hard to learn the plays, run. They stayed on us for every step of the way because we had 7 freshmen coming in, so we had a big class coming in. We had to produce it for our team.
Lena. Take your mute off. Like you over there
I'm
like an
just
old
saying
lady.
that,
You ain't like an old
I
lady.
literally keep forgetting.
I'm the old one. You acting
I
real
be
old
all
right
the way
now.
into my response. I'll be all the way into my response and you say go unmute it. But yeah, I would just say that when I first came in, I was scared, you know, like I guess that's just a part of like leaving home and stuff. But my teammates, they took me under their wings, and it's like everything that they said or did, it was for my best interest. So they never left me out to dry, and like for that, I appreciate that.
Oh, all right. So the next question is, so how is online learning? I know you guys are pretty much finished, but how was that to go from being in the classroom to now doing online classes? How was that? How was that transition? Just doing that.
I do not like online classes, but you
I
gotta
don't
do
either.
them. Cause you can forget about it so easily instead of like being in class all day. You can forget about an online class. I did not like it, but I had to do it. But it
Yeah.
was for me. It was hard because I had to stay. I had to set alarms for myself to make sure that I did do my work and to turn stuff in at a certain time. But
And then like for me, like I'm more of an in-person kind of learner. Like I can watch you work something out and I'll understand what you're doing. So like it's kind of hard for me to like get into it and actually learn something. But yeah, I mean the schedule thing is something I'm working with too.
Lena.
Um, well, I already have a few online classes, but I mean, it's nothing like taking 4 at a time, you know, because I feel like with online classes, it's just like a lot of busy work. So like you got to stay on top of that because on Sunday at 11:59, if that work ain't turned in, you know, you just out of luck. So
Yeah, that's good. I'm definitely not an online learner. That's definitely one of my weak points, online learning. All right, so we do have another question from Laura, and her question is, what helped you stay motivated to get where you guys are now? And or it says, or just getting out of high school with a scholarship. And I think we kind of talked about it earlier, but you can talk about it a little bit more. But what kept you being motivated to get out of high school to get to the Division One level?
Um, Keeping me motivated, of course, just like things that go on throughout your life. Like you always want better for yourself, and just like personally, like you work so hard and you just want your skills to be shown, so you just keep working. So.
Deja, Lena.
well, I would just say what Jazz was saying. Yeah, you always want better, and plus, I played basketball since I was 5, and I've seen all the hard work and effort that my mom has put in to over the years. You know, with AAU and then traveling with hotels and stuff. And I just want to be able to give back to her because she's given me so much.
they said it.
All right. Coach Sleen says she's proud of you ladies, and what you're doing is representing the AUG in a positive manner. So that was her message. All right, so Josie Lady Eagles has a question. What advice would you guys give high school athletes to prepare them for the next level? And they hashtag hometown heroes.
I would say something I would say is to prepare yourself. I would say you always have a second gear. Like even when you're working out and different things like that, even if you feel fatigued or you're tired, you're never tired. You can always keep going. I would just say like push yourself to your limits. Push yourself till you just can't keep going no more. I'd say it like that.
Deja, Lena.
Yeah, like Jazz said, I really do believe that it's a mindset thing. Just keep going, you know, like until you pass, you gonna be okay until you pass out. So just keep going.
Yeah, I say the same thing that they say. Just keep going. Don't get frustrated with the process. Trust the process. It's always gonna get better. Um, that's it. Just trust the process, really.
All right. So the next question is, so what are you guys looking forward to most this season? So Alana, you and Jasmine will be seniors this year. This is your last year in college. So, I know your message is probably going to be a little bit different from Deja's, but it's going to be something, that somebody can get out of it. So what are you guys looking out of most this season? Looking forward to most this season, sorry.
Well, I just want to leave it all on the court. Like those 4 years, they go by really quickly. And this year, I mean, I don't want to leave anything behind. My plans are for us to win the conference tournament. I plan to be first team all conference. I have a lot of goals this season, and I'm gonna make sure that I reach them.
You can do it.
Something I'm looking forward to, winning again. I just got my first ring this past season, so like that feels amazing. So I'm trying to go through that again, just to progress as a person, a player, and definitely go overseas, WNBA. That's definitely in my plan. So I'm just working right now to get where I want to get.
For me, I'm a junior, so I'm just working on really just getting healthy, getting back for the next season, and just help my team get to the tournament again. Well, if we can with this pandemic.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's good. That's good stuff. Good stuff. We're gonna be looking forward to y'all for next season. All right, the next question. All right, so one piece of advice that you could offer your younger self. So it could be one piece of advice that you can offer somebody that's in high school right now. What is that one piece of advice that you would offer to them as they're either getting ready to become a upcoming freshman or they're preparing for the process of choosing a college? Like, what's that one piece of advice that you could give them right now?
I would say don't take everything to heart and don't be so hard on yourself. I know I'm my biggest critic, and I know I've gotten so angry at myself sometimes instead of letting go, and it's affected the way that I play in some aspect. So I would just say, don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay. Just go get the next rebound or go the next defensive stop.
One piece of advice I would give is remember what you're going to school for. You're going to school to be a student athlete. And remember, the student part comes first and the athlete comes next. I feel like if you got that locked in your head, man, you'll be fine. So that's my advice.
I say don't try to take a shortcut to where you're trying to go. It's a long process with trying to find a school because the school process is very long. That's all I have to say.
All right, I don't see any more questions. Let me see. If we got any more questions coming in. Let me see if there's anything else that I want to ask. So what do you guys love most about playing basketball? Like what's the best thing about it?
I think the best thing about playing basketball is all the people that you're able to meet while you're doing it. It's just really great being able to meet new people, and go to new places.
While they're thinking, I think the beauty of it, like you said, about making connections, because basketball for me has taken me places and has allowed me to meet people that I would have never thought I would meet just because of basketball. And so for me, that's why I want to do this forum. That's why I started the Georgia Soul Women's Basketball Organization, because I want to give back to those young ladies, because there was a kid that was like me, who didn't have a clue, or that didn't have a mentor or a big sister that they could call and say, hey, what do I do when this happens, or whatever the case may be, because not everybody's parents played college basketball. And so, our parents sometimes don't know what to tell us, but to talk to somebody who's already walked in those shoes, what better experience, or what better, advice to come from somebody who has done it. Of course, their experience is not going to be the same experience as yours, but to get some advice for somebody that's already been there, that is priceless right there, because they can give you a heads up. They can help prepare you for what is to come. And so that's really why I wanted to do this, because there's so many young girls who are out there who doesn't have anybody, to call and say, hey, I got questions about this, or parents that say they don't have, don't have anybody, to answer those questions. And so I want to say this for everybody watching. If you're a parent, coach, athlete, if you need anything, you can reach out to me. I can get you in contact with players, if you want somebody to come out and talk to your team, or whatever the case may be, because we have so many local athletes here in the CSRA that have played college ball, that have played overseas, that have played in the WNBA. Like, we have so many caliber of athletes here in the CSRA. There's resources available, and we've got to work together as a team. The goal is to get these kids into college, to get them a degree, focus on life after college, whether they want to be an entrepreneur or whatever. But we have the resources here in Augusta, and we've got to work together as a team and not focus on who's doing what, but working together as a team. It doesn't matter who helped that kid get to college. It matters is that they're getting to college. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. They're so focused on who did what. No, it's not about who did what. Let's work together as a team and figure out how can we get this kid to college. It's a community effort. It's a team effort. And people have to realize all help is not good help. So you have to realize who's there to help you and who's not. You got to wean out those bad people. And it's unfortunate that there are people that are in the basketball world, men, women, or any sports, that prey on kids and their parents that don't have a clue or not educated about the process. And so for me, I want to be able to help those people and guide them to the right people that can help their kids and things like that. So I ain't mean to take over y'all little spiel, but that was my little soapbox. So go ahead, Jasmine and Deja.
Something about basketball, it's definitely my teammates. Like, that's why I think it's so important when choosing a school that you feel a love for your teammates. Like they make everything fun. Road trips, games, practices. Like, our bond is just so strong, and like they just make everything fun. I can have a bad day going into practice, and they so goofy, and they just make me laugh. So it's my teammates for me.
I have to say my team and the competition. It's fun going out there and to compete with all the players, the talented players that's on your level, and maybe even sometimes better than you. It's always good to have different people to look out for and stuff. So that's what I have to say.
All right, I don't see us having any more questions. Wait, I do have one more question. Game day ritual. So what's the game day ritual for you guys? Like, what do you do? Like, I know for me, when I played back in the day, I had to go to House of Prayer and get me I know it's horrible, get me a big soul food plate before the game. Like, I had to just have a big meal before the game. I don't know why, but I did. But that was like my ritual, to go down there and get me a plate, and then just go out there and score. Go out there and hoop and get a W. So what's our ritual?
I have to have me a nap because we have to wake up early in the morning for shoot around, like just to go over our plays and what's going on, what we're looking for in the game and everything. So, and that's like early in the morning most of the time. And then after, I have to get me a nap. But that's about it.
My pregame ritual, yeah, I have shoot around too, and usually after shoot around we have pregame meal, so I'll go do that. But then after pregame meal, I'll go back to the locker room and stuff. I'll put on like little basketball short stuff we used to go shooting, and then while getting dressed and stuff, we in the locker room, we got to get the music going, got to get the blood pumping, and then I typically do 2-ball drills before every game, so that's what I do.
I don't really have a pregame ritual. I mean, we do like, shoot around and then the pregame meal. And then after that, I just say my prayer and we go out on the court and it's just ball out.
All right. Y'all have any last words for viewers watching, athletes, parents?
I would just want to say that, it doesn't matter what school you go to, whether it be D1, D2, JUCO, NAI, it doesn't matter. Like, don't let nobody tell you what's good and what's not. Nobody is better than you. So be proud of yourself, because not everybody can make it.
I think that's a good point you just made. Like, I think so many people are so focused on going Division I, and it doesn't matter. Like, go do what's best for you. Like for me, I went Division II. I should have went D1, but I made a decision that I thought was right. I wanted to stay close to home. So, I went home and played at Augusta State. But, everybody has, their different reasons for why they do what they do. Sometimes I do wish I had went D1 because y'all be flying and all that good stuff. We flew on a plane one time and that was my senior year. So, but like you said, you got to do what's best for you. And so people have to realize that decision that you make is a decision that you have to live with for 4 years. So don't let anyone else make that decision for you, because you're the one that's going to be dealing with that, those teammates, those coaches or whatever every day. So make the decision that's best for you. I'm talking to you, whoever looking at this and thinking that they made a decision based on somebody else, make the decision based on you. Okay, go ahead, Deja and Jasmine.
Something I always say is like, you're gonna have a lot of obstacles, a lot of bumpy roads along the way, along your journey. I would say it's all about how you respond to things. Be positive, find a way to move forward. You can't live in the past, so that's what I say.
For me, from my experience, I think that you should, when you come in, it may not be what you had expected it at first, because your coaches are gonna test you. Your teammates are gonna come after you in practice, and it's gonna be hard. But you just gonna have to push through, and they're gonna tell you what you don't want to hear, but you just gotta learn how to take constructive criticism. And that's it.
Hey, that's some good stuff. I appreciate you ladies, and I appreciate everybody for watching. This was Hoop Scoop Straight from the Soul with Nisha Wright, and I had Miss Deja Benjamin, Miss Jasmine Robinson, and Miss Alana Beard on. So I thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. I'll see y'all later. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.